Here. Rabbi Gross. Has anyone seen Rabbi Gross? Someone, we must find him. Rabbi Gross. Oh my gosh. It's Darth Vader. Quick. Everyone. Where's Rabbi Gross? This is terrifying. If only I had another mask. Rabbi Gross. Does anyone see Rabbi Gross?
It's actually me in this mask.
Oh, it is? Hang on, let me put my glasses on. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. Who's that other guy that was here before? Had like a purple thing on his face.
I don't know. It was a good mask, though.
It was a
really good mask.
It was pretty good. So can I ask you, real personal, but feel like need to ask you, why are you wearing a Darth Vader mask?
Well, first of all, it's a little late, but it's a belated May the 4th be with you.
Oh, and you.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's part of the reason why I'm wearing the Darth Vader mask. But also, as our city and state has started to implement, masks are the new black. I don't know. Masks are the new
scarf.
Hat?
The new scarf.
The new scarf.
The new any real like fashion thing. We're pretty fashionable dudes, so it makes sense that we would.
The mask has really become something that we need, and I thought that this is pretty protective, but it's kind of hot.
Yeah, maybe you need a mask more like this one that I have, which is part unicorn headband, part face covering.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
it's very colorful. Can you see through that?
Yeah.
But see, then it becomes ineffective once you pull the material from your face.
Yeah, I guess, and it's also pretty. There's not a lot of like. Not a protective barrier, I should say.
I have a slightly lighter version of this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm still not certain that it is fully appropriate for the Houston summer.
Oh.
But yeah, let me show you.
Yeah, just give it a try.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can see that's a little lighter.
It's a little lighter. It provides for a little more visual. I can see a little better from this kind of mask. And I also can breathe a little better.
It's like a little more streamlined than your other one. Like a little.
Yeah. It's lighter in the back, too. The Darth Vader model had that hard surface. It's more protective from a good blow of a saber.
Right.
But this one is just lighter for the hot summer days.
Yeah, that's your summer mask.
My summer mask.
Do you think? Yeah. Here's the last one that I have. It's my hat mask. What do you think?
I like it. I have a similar version.
You also have a hat mask.
Yeah, I have a hat mask. Mine is a 2018 Houston Astros Sunday ice cream
hat.
Sunday mask.
Mine's a who knows when Lake Tahoe mesh back hat.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't be very effective because of the mesh.
This one smells like rotting cream.
So
I don't think anybody washed it since
you didn't wash it when you brought it back from the ball game.
Yeah, I don't know whether it may protect others from my, what do they call it? The aerosol of my saliva.
Oh.
But it's not protecting me from any kind of disease at all.
No.
I think I might get botulism.
I hope not. That doesn't seem great. I think, it's interesting, this mask conversation, the masks that you and I were wearing, we obviously know those are not the appropriate masks to wear. You look great, by the way.
Thank you. I feel much better after I got that helmet off. Yeah. I will say that there are so many kinds of masks. So the kinds of masks that we're really talking about can also be quite fashionable. This one was
Yeah.
made by my mother-in-law.
Oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
And it's good.
That's
It's
really
it,
good.
it really works well.
Covers the nose,
It
hugs the
does,
nose even.
yeah, hugs the nose well. It has a metal piece
Wow.
that works that way. I'll
Okay.
also point out this one here is a little larger, and if I wanted, I could put a coffee filter in
Hmm.
to add protected elements. You see, it's a little
Oh, that's
bigger.
good. That's good. Good coverage.
A very good coverage, and there's nothing like gingham in the summer. It's it says picnic all over it,
Yes, it does. Picnic on your chin.
and picnic on my chin. So these are just some of the kinds of things that we'll probably be seeing around town.
Hmm.
And we've been joking around, but it actually is a very, very serious matter, and it's a critical aspect of how we are trying to continue to get out, open our city, engage people more, but we still have to have the responsibility of protecting ourselves and protecting others. And the city of Houston's actually in the process of requesting kind of a challenge, 1 million masks that they're trying to make to have an abundance of masks available to the citizens of this city. So I'll be sending out some information very soon about how we might be able to contribute to that effort. If we have any mask makers out there, mask maker, make me a mask. We can utilize your mask making services.
Mask making services. That's tough to say. Well done.
We're looking for mask making mavens.
Really?
May we find a few mask making mavens in our midst? Maybe. Oh, there's a mask. Oh, goodness. Masks are flying from the sky.
I have a can you please now's not the time. But I did have my my compatriot, my 10-year-old bring me my favorite mask.
Oh, yeah. See, it can be as simple as that. It can be as simple as a bandana around the face. Oh, actually, are you on? Are you on? Can we see you?
I muted myself so I could tell my son to leave.
Oh, but he was effective in bringing you a bandana.
This is my favorite mask. I know it's not the most effective, but I do feel like it makes me look like a bandito.
You do look like a bandito.
So I think it's interesting, right? We as a staff had a really, really long conversation on Monday about how we're going to reopen. And I think a critical piece of it is this mask wearing. Have you seen the photo that's going around? It's like, if I wear a mask myself, the other person, you, would have a 70% chance of getting something. If you wore but if we both wear masks, it's like a 1.5% chance. It is so effective. It's so effective.
Cultural change is difficult. And I completely understand those who feel perhaps imposed upon, saying, hey, we need you to wear X, Y, or Z. But we need to make a shift in our culture. If we went to an Astros game on, orange shirt night, or a Texans game at Red Spirit Day, we would be in red. We would be in orange because we're trying to support the team. Well, this is a time to support the team of the city of Houston, the team of HCRJ, by figuring out a way to make the mask part of our daily outdoor gear right now. And it's, I understand. I don't like when people tell me, to wear X, Y, or Z, but there's a different level here. And that is what I would call common courtesy. And shifting our mentality from about what I want, what I feel comfortable in, what I feel like looks good on me, or is it kind of compliment my eyes or my hair? Right now,
the world is not about me. The world is about us. The world is about we. And masks, hygiene, and social distancing, the continuation of that is so critical to that effort.
Absolutely.
We are, yeah.
Even though
go ahead. I have a story to kind of reinforce that. And I think that many of us probably have had an experience that isn't too different from this. It's the tale of two restaurants. If you, just a few weeks ago, within about a week's time, our kids were in the mood for two different kinds of food. The first was Chinese food. So a few weeks ago, we went to a terrific new Chinese restaurant called Mama's Kitchen. It's on Richmond, right across the street from Costco. And we love the food there. And we ordered takeout. And when I arrived, the food was ready. Every single person in that restaurant, the restaurant was closed to seating, of course, but every person who was in there, the cooks and the servers, the person running the cash register who brought me the food, had masks and they had gloves. And I left there feeling like they cared. I left there feeling like they took responsibility for the safety of their customers, right? None of them may have been sick, but they wanted to portray an image that they cared. This was a common courtesy. A week later, my kids were in the mood for wings. So I made an order. I know your eyes popped open. You love wings. Well, we went to Wingstop. Same thing, ordered ahead, came into the restaurant to pick up my wings. Not one single person in the restaurant, not the person at the cash register, not the person who was kind of walking around making sure, everything was set up, not even the person who was handling the food had gloves or a mask on.
Oh no.
Which just I left there feeling like, I'm not sure if I want to eat this. In fact, what I did was I took the wings as soon as I got them home. I stuck them in the air fryer for another, 6 minutes, because I just wanted to make sure that I don't know if anybody, it just was an issue of common courtesy.
Wow. Well, hopefully we can all exemplify that value of common courtesy, taking care of each other by doing the things that we need to do, that our city is encouraging us to do to make sure that we stay healthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of healthy, it's almost time for dinner. Oh, do you have something else for us?
Well, I do, because you're going to sing a song about the washing of hands.
I sure am.
Which is a mitzvah. And when you have a mitzvah, you have a blessing. Right? Uh-huh. So there's a blessing that accompanies the mitzvah. You're going to ask me to do motzi, which is the blessing that accompanies the eating of a meal.
How did you know I was going to ask you to do that?
Because we always do that. It's a tradition now. Uh-huh. So I just want you to know that the wearing of the mask in all circles of our Jewish community has recently become, even though it's not written in the Torah, even though it's not written in the Talmud, the value itself of protecting another person is something that is considered a mitzvah. And therefore, there is a blessing for the wearing of a mask. And I'd like to teach it to you right now. We'll reinforce this. We'll send it out to folks just to reinforce the idea that it's not just a courtesy, but it is something that our community values at the level of mitzvah. The words are Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al shmirat hanefesh. Which means, blessed are you, eternal our God, ruling spirit of the universe, who has sanctified us with commandments and has commanded us regarding the protection of life or the protection of another person's soul. So let's take this seriously. Mm-hmm. Let's see it as a mitzvah, a commandment, an obligation for each of us to do.
Absolutely.
Now let's bless our hands.
Let's wash our hands and say a little motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat yadayim. Wash your hands. Rabbi Gross, would you lead us in Motzi?
Yes. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Thanks everybody for joining us at Not So Live at 5. We will see you on Friday for Shabbat Shigaon. And Friday we'll also have our sharing Shabbat, Sunday singing.
And one additional thing this week.
What's that?
We're having a Havdalah on Saturday night.
Very nice.
Havdalah on Saturday night in honor of Mother's Day.
So check out hcrj.org, virtual programs for everything that you need to know.
And happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.